Ladle. Today, my special guest is new to Okmulgee County, new to our OSU Extension Office, Klassen. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. I'm so excited to be here and talk to you.
I'm glad to have you. Y'all might not know it, but she's working in a new program called HOP.
Yes, I am. Yeah, so HOP stands for the High Obesity Program, and that program has been in Oklahoma for now 7 years.
Oh,
but
okay.
but it's new to Okmulgee County for just the second year this year. So HOP is a federally funded grant through the CDC, and it is focused in counties where obesity rates are at 40% or greater.
Oh dear.
Yes, I know, kind of crazy how high obesity is in Oklahoma.
Today, we're gonna make one of Ella's favorite recipes, sheet pan fajitas. Now, I've already preheated the oven to 400 degrees. I have a baking sheet in there getting warm. And I have 1.5 pounds of chicken breast cut into strips. I have 3 gorgeous bell peppers cut into strips, red, yellow, and orange.
Beautiful.
I have a sweet Vidalia onion cut into strips. You can use any kind of onion that you prefer. I have a mixture of seasonings. Fresh is always better. If you can't find limes, you can always buy lime juice. I have some queso crumbled up for toppings later, and I'm ready to get started. Are you?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a tablespoon of oil to coat all the vegetables. So I'll hand that to you. Those bell peppers look so springy.
I know, they're so colorful. Beautiful. It'll be a great meal for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Tell me a little bit about your role.
Yes. So, as I said, I'm in Muskogee and Okmulgee counties, and I partner with a lot of different organizations and just groups to work on issues like nutrition, physical activity, and food service guidelines. So, some examples of specific things we've done is like partner with public schools and try to promote them to develop just wellness policies as well as safe routes to school policies. So that's
like riding your bike.
Yes, exactly. Are the roads and sidewalks and whatever way they're getting to school, is it safe for kids to travel and to get to school properly? So we've done events like walk, ride, bike and roll events, and that's a great way to just get community support and interest in physical activity for kids to get to and from school. But aside from physical activity, we work with early childhood centers and trying to promote them to focus on farm to ECE. So you might ask, what's farm to ECE? But it's getting children knowledgeable about where their food comes from and giving them opportunities to just garden and make that connection with where they're.
Well, not just that, but milk doesn't just come in a carton.
Exactly. There's so many that gap needs to be filled to know where food's coming from. But I think overall we've seen a really big interest in just general population making that connection of where their food's coming from and taking that responsibility themselves.
Well, especially where we're at here in Okmulgee County, because it is so rural.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take these and just spread them around on the grits, and then we're going to put them back in the oven for about 8 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Beautiful. Love it.
Okay, well, I've got the vegetables in the oven cooking for 8 minutes, and now we're going to season the chicken. Okay, so you're going to take 2 tablespoons to coat the chicken, this mixture of these great spices, and it calls for 1 fresh lime, so you can probably 2 or 3 squirts, whatever you think is good. But
Perfect.
let's go ahead and get started.
Let's do it.
2 tablespoons of that. What do you see some of the biggest challenges in healthy eating?
That's a great question. Healthy eating is just so important because it affects so many areas just of our overall health, but specifically in our community, there's so many different barriers that affect individuals' ability to eat healthily. For example, just accessibility, living in a rural area, whether it's, living in a food desert, are there healthy grocery stores and healthy places around for you to access produce and healthy foods. But it's not just accessibility, it can also be, cost. Cost is a major one. So luckily there's a lot of amazing programs out there to just aid individuals who can't afford those costs, just as like produce prescription programs and squirted some lime burger. And some like fruit and produce vouchers. But the problem is we need to get those grocery stores and farmers markets to accept those programs. Like, they're out there, now let's use them.
I didn't know. I didn't know that our farmers market here in Okmulgee had that program where they accept those vouchers.
Exactly. And something cool that a lot of people don't know is if you're eligible for SNAP, there is a program called Double Up Oklahoma where you can get twice the amount of vegetables. So like if I would get to go to a grocery store and spend $10 on, let's say, like fruit snacks, I could use that $10 and get produce and get $20 of produce. So there's a lot of opportunities to get healthy foods. So let's just make those more available.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. I think this is all mixed up. Does that look good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Looks great. Perfect.
Okay. We've got our vegetables out. It's hot. Don't burn yourself. Now we're going to add our seasoned chicken to all of this. And just go ahead and start adding it on there. Can you tell me some simple, budget-friendly ways to eat healthier?
Yes, that's a great question. So to eat healthy, you don't have to break the bank. So there's a lot of simple things you can do. So for example, you can buy produce that is in season. You can buy frozen or canned fruits and vegetables, but when you're doing so, make sure that there's no added salt or added sugar. But those are some of the main ways you can just eat healthy. Another thing is, make a plan every week. Think about what you're going to eat, and you'll be more likely not to eat out or go for those, quick, unhealthy snacks. But those are probably the two main pieces of advice I would give.
I'll tell you, my grandmother, she taught me that when I was younger about how to at least kind of have an idea of what you're going to have for the week.
Exactly.
So that not only you can use something from one night into the next night and not waste it, but so you kind of plan ahead and you have all the characters to the story, there.
Yeah, I love that advice. It's great. Yeah. Perfect. This looks wonderful.
Okay. Well, let's put it back in the oven.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, we've got the fajitas in the oven, and that needs to cook for another 15 minutes. So while we're waiting, is there a quick tip for healthy eating that our members can easily apply at home?
That is a great question. I love it. One of my favorite tips when it comes to healthy eating is making sure your plate is half fruits and vegetables.
Hey, I want you to show me.
That's a great idea. Yes, let's show them exactly what that looks like. So as you've probably seen in my plate, you draw your plate out, and this half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables, and then the other half is protein and carbohydrates. But the more colorful your plate is, the more fruits and vegetables you have, the more vitamins, nutrients, and minerals, fiber that you're getting. So that's a great way to make sure you're getting those nutrients without counting your calories or keeping record of exactly what you're eating. But
it's hard to get enough fiber.
It is.
I didn't realize until I got older how much fiber you need every day.
Yes, exactly.
Or that our bodies require.
Exactly. So, and that's a great way. Eat those fruits and vegetables, and you'll get that fiber.
Well, I don't know if my husband and my son are going to like this half your plate, but I'm going to try.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
They look great.
They do.
Don't they look great?
Delicious.
And they smell so good, and they're pretty.
We are.
Okay, well, so I've got some tortillas. Do you want a tortilla?
Yeah,
with yours?
for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I will put one on yours, and you can serve us up.
Yes.
And I want you to tell our members how they can get involved.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the first step is just coming over to our extension office and telling us how you're wanting to work with us. As long as you have an idea within the areas of nutrition, physical activity, and food service guidelines, we are likely able to work with you. So that's the first step.
Well, I have some organizations that I work with. Do you want some queso?
I would love some. Thank you.
that I work with through Operation Roundup,
Okay.
and they have backpack programs for students.
Yeah.
And I will certainly pass along your information to them.
Okay. That's a good plan. Thank you.
Man, this looks good. Okay,
Yes.
you ready to try it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Mmm, delicious. Fresh and so good.
It is.
I hope y'all have enjoyed Ella's sheet pan fajitas. They are scrumptious. Please use this recipe. If you have any recipes that you want us to share, always send them to us. If you're interested in working with Ella, hop on down to the OSU Extension Office and look her up. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for the recipe, and thank you for trying to make Okmulgee County a better place.
Thank you. Appreciate it.